What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unqualified Critics. I wanted to make this video because there have been a couple leaks lately from Arcade1up, but are they official leaks? Well, I don't know that we know. I mean, there's just so little information to go off of. So to recap, P-Dub said he had some information from the upcoming E3 announcement from Arcade1up, did a video on it, pulled that video down, and it sounded like he pulled that video down mostly because a courtesy, I guess, to Arcade1up, which is cool. I can respect that. But he also said, well, there might be an outside chance it's not real. I think, look, it's YouTube. Speculation is fine. People can decide if they want to watch speculative videos or not. I personally like them. I like hearing people talk about what they think is coming. And if they have any evidence of that, then that's even better. So all fair, all well. But I'd really like to know the sources of some of this information. And I didn't get to see that video because by the time I got to it, it was pulled down. So I don't know the source. And I don't know if he disclosed the source. So I'm going to be more reacting to the Toycade video that came out today with a really exciting image of a Capcom Big Blue, kind of Arcade1up style. Yeah, it's dumbed down a little bit from the real Big Blue designs, but I don't know. To me, it looks pretty exciting. This is something I could see selling really well. It has got a nice, imposing large cabinet. Yes, Big Blue is kind of ugly, but yes, Big Blue is an awesome part of arcade history and definitely deserves a home arcade release. I think this looks all right. It's a little weirdly narrow. The proportions look off for Arcade1up, but before we get to that, I just want to say I have no idea where this comes from. I hope Toycade divulges his source because I want to know if this is legit or not. In all honesty, if this is legit, then great. That's great news. If it's not, then, or less likely to be legit, then I'd kind of like to know that too. So I checked the FCC's website. That's normally where these leaks come from. And some YouTubers divulge that source and some don't. I don't really know why you wouldn't. But I went and checked and it's not listed there, or at least I couldn't find it. It's not linked to Arcade1up's parent company. So unless they've changed their company name recently, then it's not there. So also notably, there are no other new products. The most recent Arcade1up product to be listed with FCC is the Infinity Game Table, like the larger screen format. So that doesn't bode well for Killer Instinct coming out anytime soon, but whatever, that's beside the point. So anyway, long story short, I don't know where this comes from. I really want to know where this comes from. If any of you have been able to find this online, not just the Toycade video, but the actual original source image, let me know below. If Toycade watches this and you feel comfortable divulging your source, let me know. He does say this does not come from a reseller or a distributor. So if it's not a seller, if it's not a retailer, although retailers aren't necessarily going to be considered a reseller, so I don't know if maybe that's the loop and this is actually a retailer leak. That would be the only other thing I could think of. I mean, did somebody hack into Arcade1up's database at John D's laptop or something? I mean, where's this stuff coming from? But let's look at the cabinet itself. So it has this new element that we've never before seen. It's got the basic riser and it's got a two-part design to the side panel. That is weird. So that is one way to get more height. But if you're going to do two parts, why have the riser at all? Why not have the second part extend all the way down? The reason the riser exists is so you can get a 3/4 scale cabinet fit into a 48-inch retailer box, but you could do that with these disjointed side panels without the riser. So if this is real, and if this design is finalized, that's the other possibility, is that this is completely real, but the design is just not final. That is absolutely possible. But if this is real and final, this is a funky design choice. You get the riser and you don't get a seamless side panel. Is it the end of the world? No, but Arcade1up remains just so committed to that riser design, and I don't understand why. It doesn't always make sense. Here's another thing, though, that is actually awesome. So for one, the control panel fully extends to the sides. There are no winglets. Fantastic. For two, the control panel is slightly tilted downward, which is what the Killer Instinct mock-ups looked like, which was very nice. But then take a look. We snap back to reality and we get a cut off of the artwork. Now, it's not clear if this panel is actually jointed to the plexi and actually butts up against it, or if maybe there's a gap here. And so maybe you can see this if you're standing low enough. Not really clear, but if you guys remember, the artwork in the Street Fighter Legacy Edition was actually cut off by the piece that holds the speakers. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Overall, I think it is a pretty decent look. I wish I had the root image. Sorry, I have to kind of track through this video. Again, go watch this video because, you know, Toycade is the original source on this as far as I'm concerned. And big respect to him for getting this first. But man, I just really want to see folks telling us where this stuff comes from, if only so we can decide for ourselves if we think it's legitimate or not, rather than just guessing. Because I've seen YouTube speculation videos before claim they had a leak and it didn't exist. And I've seen other channels where they claim they had a leak and it was 100% accurate. So I definitely can swing both ways. Thanks for watching. Check out Toycade's video. Hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed it, and stay subscribed for news and reviews on Home Arcade. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Hey, consider hitting that join button to support the channel, and thanks so much for watching.